right, go.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another team training. So excited to chat today with our guest. We have Ashley Allison. Hi, Ashley.
Hey.
So glad to have you. And she's going to do most of the talking since I'm a little under the weather, as you can hear from my raspy voice. But I can't wait to hear what she's going to talk about. I asked her to speak because she commented on one of our Success Saturday posts and shared the success that she had for hosting a big party. And she is going to tell us more about the success she had and also how you can do it too. So I'll let you, but before you jump into all that, Ashley, will you share just your Color Street journey with us?
Yeah, so I have been with Color Street, since the beginning. Heard about it pre-launch, but wasn't, kept thinking about it because I wasn't sure I wanted to jump on board with direct sales. And I'm glad I did. I've been around for 6 years and have loved it. Lots of ups and downs like it is, but I'm so glad to be part of this. Loved being at conference last weekend.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, I'm just so grateful for the people I've met through other stylists and customers. And that's been the biggest blessing. So I really
For sure. So this is your first direct sales company then?
I've had tiny experiences with other things like years ago, but like my first real direct sales. Yeah.
Awesome. All right. So tell us what success you had from this anniversary party that you did.
Yeah. So when it was the beginning of June when they did the month launch meeting, and they talked about wanting people to do these big anniversary parties for the anniversary, and people from home office were going to drop in on parties and hey, let's throw a big party. So I grabbed a couple of my downline girls that live close and just asked if they wanted to do this event with me. So we just started brainstorming and wanted to find, none of us really wanted to host at our house, right? Because that's a lot of pressure.
Mm-hmm.
So we were just looking at places around that wouldn't cost too much. And we found the location that we found, it's a place I had been to for piano recitals and stuff. So it's an old library that's a city museum now.
Okay.
That has a room. So just found something close. So there's, whether you find a clubhouse or there's got to be options close to where, where everybody lives, like this, that wasn't too expensive to rent a space. So we started there, and it was 2 of my downline girls that I worked with. So we just planned this event. The first thing is, getting the word out. So even before we really had a set plan, we had a location, we had, started creating a Facebook event, posting about it in, our groups on our pages. And that's the biggest thing, right? You have to let people know if you want people to show up.
True. So, you got to market the heck out of it. And not just once, right?
Yeah. Well, and I think that was the biggest thing. We talked about it every single day, and got people excited, sent personal messages, because you never know what people can see on social media, right? With the algorithms and stuff. So sending personal messages and inviting people.
Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah. So we ended up, we had we created a music playlist. And one of the best things about doing it with other people is that we all have different strengths. And so things that I'm better at, I was able to focus on, and something that somebody else was better at, they were able to focus on. So for me personally, I can do food, I do wedding cakes, I do food I can do. So,
yeah.
That's something that I focused on. And we ended up having about 40 people come to our event.
Wow. That's a great turnout.
Yeah, it was an awesome turnout. And I think the biggest reason why we got so many people was because of the personal invites that we sent out. We did invite, some other sideline stylists, and we had an upline stylist come, and that was really fun. to have other stylists there that weren't necessarily like on our team. And we had like a ton of giveaways. And
Nice.
one of the things that we do, so we created a Facebook event and we had a deadline. If you RSVP by this day, then you'll get a goodie bag, and we had like goodie bags for the
Oh,
first
smart.
50 people. So like to get people excited about it. And then we had people responding, oh, I'm coming and I'm going to bring a +1, or, so like just encourage that. So it was like the first 50 people will get like a goodie bag. So
That's so brilliant.
that was a big deal, I think, too, to get people excited about it, letting us know ahead of time. They're committed. They're excited about getting a goodie bag. And, and we did things like, hand masks and lip masks you can get for pretty cheap on Amazon, and just some fun. It was just some twosies, of course, and we did little scratchers, like the little discount cards.
Yeah.
And, to get people to come back, for more business. And so I think that was a big deal in our success in getting people there. And then, we had a playlist that was fun. Like I said, we had giveaways that we were doing like every 10 minutes. So
nice.
yeah, so people had to like register. We had a scavenger hunt that Beth had put together. Just things from the catalog and things around the room. Like she had this huge jar of nail files, because you don't use them out when you open every single set.
Yeah.
And her husband wears nails and her kids all wear the nails. And so she just had this huge jar of nail files. So it was like, guess how many nails? And so just things like that were part of the scavenger hunt that we did, like a grand prize drawing to get people involved and interacting. So
that sounds a lot like, almost like it's like the virtual parties we have. It sounds like a lot like an in-person party version, like a live version of a virtual party.
Yeah. And that's kind of what it was. It was awesome.
So fun.
Yeah. And we also, there were 3 of us. So we did all like bring our inventory. So we had like, our sets and makeup, and it was really fun. It's always better when you can try something in person, right? So we had all the makeup available that people could try, and we did offer a discount. And so all of us, since there were 3 of us, all of us had like our nail sets labeled. So there were people that were shopping, like Beth's customers were shopping on all of our stuff, and Erica's customers were shopping, on all of our stuff. But it was, all of our stuff was labeled so they could like check out with each one of us.
Yeah.
And so we sold a ton while we were there and doing the giveaways. And it was a really, really fun event.
That is incredible. So how did you guys keep track of, like, if they wanted a nail set from you, would they just come check out with you?
Yeah.
Or did you just have them all check out at one place?
We thought about that, but they did check out with us, and it was really smooth because like everything was labeled. So they're like, okay, here's what I'm buying from you. So they paid me, and here's what I'm buying from Erica. So they paid her, so it was really, really easy to keep track that way. Yeah. But you could also do a central checkout too.
True. Did you use Square for that?
Yeah. Square, Venmo, a lot of people paid cash.
Yeah.
Like same kind of things I do when I do events.
Nice. I'm curious, how much makeup did you guys sell?
At makeup at the event. Well, let's see. Me personally, I think I sold like 4 or 5 like cheek products.
Nice.
And a handful of lip products. So it's like a decent amount for a 2-hour event.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So how would you say, like, how much did you sell in total?
In total, like all 3 of us. Well, I sold about 400 to 500.
Nice.
2-hour time. Yeah. And I would say it was probably about the same for the other 2 girls as well.
Amazing. I love that. That's so fun. Do you guys see yourselves doing it again?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's so fun that you guys collaborated too. I think it's it makes it more fun, makes the load lighter,
Yeah.
and
For
you all bring in your network together.
Yeah, no, that was fun. And one of the girls like has a friend who does like soda bars. And so she had her friend come and like set up a whole soda bar.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. So, just like using people that to come help. And one of the girls, like her sister does piercings and, she was there too, so there were just lots of fun things,
Nice.
About the event. So,
Yeah. So tell me, if I were to walk into this event, was there like stuff planned for a lot of the time, or was there like downtime mingling and then a giveaway every 10 minutes? Is that kind of what does it look like if I were to walk in?
Yeah, so we walked in, we had like a big table with balloons and name badges. And then in the hallway, we had like, it was, during the anniversary weekend. So we had a kit set up, like a starter kit, like this is what it is, and a sign about that. And we had like the anniversary set. So like all the things walking into the event, we had streamers coming down. So you had to walk through the streamers to get into like the event. And we had a bunch of tables set up so people could sit at tables. I mean, the room wasn't huge, but bigger than like a house space.
Yeah.
So people could sit at tables, and we just had twosies like spread out all over the tables with centerpieces, so people could just grab whatever twosies they wanted, to take home with them. And the soda bar right when they walked in, so they could grab a drink and food. And we did have, like I said, we had the scavenger hunt that people could do. There was a lot of downtime, but so there was mingling. We were mingling with people. We were, announcing, come try the makeup, and, telling people about the things going on with Color Street throughout. But there was just downtime to mingle. There were a lot of people that brought friends. So they were chatting. There were the other stylists giving their input about Color Street, which was really fun, to customers. So that was really fun too.
Yeah.
And then just doing giveaways, and we gave away makeup and sets from the subscription boxes. And one of the stylist moms had made, she made these cute fabric bags that are big enough to hold sets in, that we did for giveaways. And
nice.
So there was just there was a good flow to the room.
Yeah.
You could check out all the products. Lots of mingling.
And I'm assuming the scavenger hunt was kind of self-paced, right?
It was, we had like a page. There was a page printed off, and it was, so people were going around trying to like asking questions, trying to get
so fun.
And,
oh, smart. Yeah.
Like trying to find sets, or like, I need a catalog. And so anyway, lots of catalogs and
brilliant.
Stuff
Yeah, I love that so much. And let's see. So if you were to do it again, what would you do differently?
Let's see. Well, I think now, like, since we've done it, like when you've done something once, it's always easier to do it again.
Yes.
Right? So, I think the biggest thing, I mean, the more time you have, the better. Right. But like they pushed us 2 weeks. So now, like at conference, they announced they want people to do parties like the weekend of September 15th and 16th, and October 20th, 21st. So they kind of like said, hey, we're going to do these parties that you can earn a home office trip if you hit certain requirements. Right. So we have like these dates already, so you can plan something in advance. And, I mean, I think just having like a well-organized, it can be as simple as you want, if you're doing something yourself, but even finding like a sideline sister that you live close by, just somebody that you could do it with. Is good. But as far as, I mean, it was really great. Trying to think of anything that we would do differently. I mean, I would almost like just duplicate,
just do the
really
same
what
thing.
we did. Yeah. Just
that's amazing.
Invite people, just reaching out and inviting people, I think is the biggest thing. Like I've always had bigger success, when I've done something at my house, when you personally invite people like that.
So what, those are great ideas. Like this is a great idea to do for these upcoming dates that home office has set so that you might win a visit from home office. I think you could also do this as like a birthday event.
Yeah.
Are there any other ideas that you have for like sort of an excuse or a reason to?
Yeah. So I've hosted things at my house, like a back to school, we're all getting in that mode, like prepping for back to school, like come get new makeup, get your nails, like, yeah, hosting a birthday event, just a girls' night out. Who doesn't love girls' night out, right? We all love getting out with friends. And I have hosted events at my house. I mean, I've had an event where I had like 15 other vendors at my house. So it doesn't have to be that, right? It was big. It was, and we had trucks and it was awesome. But even just having, a couple other friends who own their own businesses at your event and just doing like a holiday boutique or a fall, just like just a small thing you can do like that. And then it's nice when you have other people because then they bring their customers too. So good like mix.
Yes, I love this because you don't need to have, like, sometimes it's hard to find a place at a vendor event, right? But there's no excuse. Like, you're just collaborating with other stylists and creating, finding a location locally or even at your home.
Yeah.
And having fun with it and making it big. And it sounds so fun. What were some of the benefits you saw from it besides like, making $400+ what else? Were there any other things that you really loved that came from that?
I think the biggest thing is like connecting with people in person, being able to share the excitement in person. So, like customers who I maybe didn't have like as strong a connection with because I hadn't met them in person, just knew them through online that showed up, there. And I think that's right. That's what Color Street tries to encourage is like the connections, right? And I think that's like the biggest thing about doing something in person. You never get tired of like showing somebody a twosie, like how it works the first time, right? That never gets old. Just, when somebody like sees their nails, you're like, really, that's it?
Yeah.
And so
that wow factor.
Yes, the wow factor. Like there's nothing better than that. And so the in-person, there's just nothing better than being in person, which I think, we felt at conference,
Yes, totally.
So I think that's like the biggest thing is personal relationships, being in person. And I've always told people, if you can't find a vendor event, create your own. And, like I said, I have done a few in person. So you could do some with other, if you've got friends that sell other things or, you could easily do something, especially with holidays coming up.
True. Yeah. And if you are wanting to do something like this and you don't know of any stylists in your area, like feel free to post into Nail that you guys ask, like, is there anyone in this county that might want to collaborate and do a party with like an in-person party? You might just make some new friends and expand your network and have a lot of fun. So any final tips before we wrap it up? This has been so awesome and inspiring, and I hope it's getting people pumped to like host one of these during the corporate dates that they've set where you might get a surprise visit from corporate. Any last tips?
Yeah, I think just don't be afraid to do it. Just like doing something new can always be scary, like hopping on a training, right?
Yeah.
The first time you do it is a little bit scary, but just do it. That's probably the biggest thing,
Yeah. It's like a big confidence boost when you do something scary, right? It's like,
for sure.
You're like, hey, I did that thing. And then you're like, now what? What else can I do? It's just those wins that give you that boost and that momentum too. Well, awesome, Ashley. This has been so good. Thank you so much for sharing your tips. And thanks everyone for watching. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Yeah, thanks, Kelly. Bye.